Right, welcome ladies and gents. Aquaman apparently has terrible test screenings. Apparently it is awful. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to talk about it. This is revealed by 3 currently insiders. It looks like I put 2 up. There you go, 3 insiders. What do you say? Let's have a talk about it, shall we? This is interesting for a few reasons. Just because it's the current state of DC in general. We do know that The Flash has had the best test screening reactions for years out of any of their films. So, you know, that says a lot, I guess, because Aquaman has tested for quite some time now. They've been doing pretty regular tests on it. But then they've also been changing stuff up, because originally Michael Keaton was in it, now he's not. Then you've got Ben Affleck in it. Now it doesn't really matter whether he's in it or not. It's literally, it's just all over the place. You've got rumours circulating that Jason Momoa is not going to be the Aquaman moving forward. It's going to be Lobo. They can't really announce it yet. They're just looking, apparently, just to get lots and lots of money out of everyone, which makes sense. Like, of course, they've sunk loads of money into this, and DC's been a sinking ship for a little while. So yeah, just try and get as much money as possible and then sack it off. And then do something better, I guess, is what they're trying to do. Again, don't shoot the messenger. This is me just extrapolating from the information at hand. We'll dive into this today. Please do hit subscribe. Turn the bell notifications on for more, so you can stay tuned for all movie news, movie reviews. I'll be watching Cocaine Bear on Friday, bringing you my review Friday. So stay tuned for that. Turn the bell icon on, because YouTube just isn't showing my videos to anyone anymore. It's like 33% down on recommended and like 40% down on searches. So it has genuinely nerfed the channel. That's just YouTube for you. Loads of people are experiencing it. I'm nothing special. That's just YouTube being a bitch, basically. Anyway, Aquaman of the Lost Kingdom has reportedly not gone over well in test screenings. So, excuse me, still recovering, as you can probably tell. It's still quite bad, actually. Several different sources are now reporting that James Wan's Aquaman sequel has not been well received by test screening audiences. But then they're like, could this be why he's now in line to play Lobo? It's like, why would you reward someone who's in... This is what I mean about Hollywood in general. It's so very strange how they act and reward people. So Aquaman's not been testing well, so they're going to just swap him out as an actor and give him a new role. Why would you do that? Like, he is a part of why Aquaman doesn't test well. He's obviously not the biggest part, but he is a part. I never understand Hollywood and their consistency to allow people to fail upwards, to achieve greater things through failures. What is going on? I mean, we know what's going on. It's just a circle jerk of mates. That's all it is. Like, oh, you're my friend? Yeah, sure, no worries, then we'll get you a job. Anyway, so a few interesting updates on James Wan's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is set to hit theatres this December. According to several insiders, the DC Comics sequel has not been very well received by test screening audiences. In fact, it's being referred to as the worst DC movie yet. The worst DC movie yet. That's a tall tale. You're spinning some yarn there. For this to be the worst DC movie yet, generally, by people, if that's what they're considering it to be. Again, I don't know, I've not seen it, but if that is honestly what they're considering it to be, this must be a heaping pile of shit. Do you remember Jurassic Park, where they stick their hands in dino poop? And they're like, it's a big pile of shit. That's what this is. Just put Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in there. Big pile of shit. Wow. Goodness me. Looking at some of the films in this franchise, it would be quite an accomplishment. Yeah, exactly. Like, unbelievable. So the reactions tend to be exaggerated, but it's not just online scoopers that have been weighing in. Jeff Snyder has also heard that Aquaman 2 is terrible, and he seems to feel that this is the reason star Jason Momoa is going to leave the lead role and then play Lobo going forwards. So why? Why is that the automatic reaction? They're like, Aquaman 2's absolute garbage, so the lead's getting a new shot elsewhere. Why? Like, failing upwards, ladies and gents, Hollywood and their consistency just to fail upwards time and time and time again. It's absolutely beyond me why this happens. I mean, we know why. I'm playing an idiot here. Anyway, BSL said this and said, look, there's a reason I've been avoiding any questions about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, but since Viewer Anon, these are two renowned leakers talking about this. BSL, Big Screen Leaks, and Viewer Anon, big leakers. Since Viewer Anon put it out there, it brings me no joy to back him up and tell you that test screenings for this film have not been good. Really hoping one fixes this movie before December. So those are two leakers, and then Insider, Jeff Snyder, was like, oh yeah, actually I can back that up. I hear it's terrible, and that's why Momoa is going to be Lobo going forward. But they can't say that yet, because then it would be a lame duck. And DC is hoping to wring another $1 billion out of the box office. First one was awful too, so not a huge surprise. Yeah, I mean, the first one was like very Marvel-esque. I can't remember what I thought of that film. I watched it and then I never watched it again. I might have liked it at the time, I can't remember. But I might have just been entertained. It still might have been an awful film. Probably was still an awful film. Who knows? So yeah. So, what? Stop failing upwards. Anyway, conflicting reports about Momoa's Aquaman status and potential Lobo movie. James Gunn did confirm that he wouldn't have the same actor playing two roles in the DCU. So we don't know, but then there are other people that have gone, look, I know the main man himself wasn't mentioned in Gunn's first chapter for the DCU, but I can confirm that there is a project with Lobo in active development, which makes sense because James Gunn did say he would be announcing things later as part of the first slate, his first chapter of DC. He said this is not all of it, there's more to come. So it makes sense that some of this stuff will be happening after certain movies have released, like maybe The Flash gets re-upped, so he gets another movie announced afterwards. Aquaman, the actor swaps characters, so then he gets another movie announced afterwards. This all makes sense. But for this to be the worst movie that DC has had yet, fucking hell, wow. Goodness me. Wow, like how? How can you spend hundreds of... This is what I don't understand, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars, years in active development, and you're still producing shit. Fire everyone that has worked on those films. Fire everyone and never hire them again. Because these writers will get more jobs, but they are losing you millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And then the same actors you're going to get to play different roles. Why? Why? So bad. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts on this. Don't shoot the messenger. I can believe some of this though. They're supposed to go and lecture the UN on climate change and stuff like this. Which sure, fine. You know, you want that in your movies. That's on you. I don't really want that in my fucking movies. I'm so bored of it every day. Greta Thunberg bossing people around whilst also creating a book which is sold on fucking paper. Fuck off, you reprobate scum. Anyway, you want to lecture people? Go to China, alright? Or go to India. Lecture the bloody West on climate change. Anyway, I just don't want it in my movies. I don't want to be lectured on it. I don't want any of this crap. I don't want to talk about any of this crap anymore. I don't want to listen to any of this crap anymore. You know what I want to do? Most of the time, I just want to watch a movie and escape and go pew, 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 pew. And go, it's a badass scene, woo! That's all I want. I want to go home. I want to drive my sports car, my 3.5 litre hybrid as well. It was 3.5 litre V6. I want to drive home, not giving a shit about anything. That's all I want to do. Because I don't care. You might. I don't. And you know what? I bet most people are like me. They just want to do their work, eat some cool steak, and fucking go watch a movie that doesn't lecture them. I could be wrong, but I bet I'm not. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Sorry about that weird rant at the end there. I'm having a nervous breakdown. Take care.